Welcome to Life Bonanza, your source for credible information. Today, we dive into one of the most transformative periods in history, the French Revolution, a period of radical political and societal change in France that lasted from 1789 until 1799. The revolution saw the collapse of the Bourbon monarchy, the rise of radical political factions, and ultimately, the ascent of Napoleon Bonaparte. But what led to this tumultuous upheaval? The late 18th century was a powder keg of discontent. The nation under the heavy burden of an outdated social structure, economic hardship, political corruption. The majority of the population, the Third Estate, bore the brunt of these hardships, while the privileged nobility and clergy lived lives of comfort and luxury. Enlightenment ideas of liberty and equality began to permeate society, sowing the seeds of revolution. So, buckle up as we traverse through tumultuous timeline of the French Revolution. And don't forget, if you enjoy our content and wish to stay updated, click on the subscribe button appearing on your screen right now, with a hand signal directing you to it. What sparked the flame of revolution in France? Let's explore. First, we must consider the deep-seated inequality that plagued France in the late 18th century. The French society was divided into three estates: the clergy, the nobility, and the commoners. The first two, making up just 2% of the population, enjoyed extensive privileges, while the commoners, the remaining 98%, shouldered the burden of taxes and economic hardships. This inequality bred resentment and a longing for change. Next, we encounter a financial crisis that further fanned the flames of discontent. France's economy was in shambles due to years of costly wars, extravagant spending by the monarchy, and a regressive taxation system. The country was drowning in debt, and the common people bore the brunt of this economic downturn. Enter the Enlightenment, a period of intellectual ferment that championed reason, liberty, and the rights of the individual. Enlightenment thinkers such as Voltaire, Rousseau, and Montesquieu challenged the traditional order and sowed the seeds of revolutionary ideas in the minds of the French populace. Their writings questioned absolute monarchy and advocated for a society based on equality and justice. Lastly, the influence of the American Revolution cannot be overlooked. The successful rebellion against British rule inspired the French, who had supported the American cause both ideologically and militarily. The principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity resonated with the French, strengthening their resolve to fight for their rights. In conclusion, the French Revolution was not sparked by a single cause, but by a combustible mix of social inequality, economic crisis, Enlightenment ideals, and the inspiration from the American Revolution. Each of these factors played a significant role in igniting the revolutionary spirit within the French populace. These inflammable factors set the stage for a revolution that would change France and the world forever. From the Estates General to the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte, the French Revolution was a whirlwind of events. The first seeds of revolution were sown in May of 1789, with the convening of the Estates General. This was a gathering of representatives from all three estates of French society: the clergy, the nobility, and the commoners. However, it was the Third Estate, the commoners, who would soon take center stage. In June, the Third Estate declared themselves the National Assembly, representing the people of France and challenging the absolute rule of King Louis XVI. This was a bold move, and it set the stage for the events that were to follow. July 14th saw the storming of the Bastille, a pivotal moment that signaled the start of the revolution. The Bastille, a state prison, was seen as a symbol of royal tyranny. Its fall marked a significant victory for the revolutionaries and ignited a wave of uprising across the country. The next significant phase was the Reign of Terror, which began in September of 1793. Under the leadership of Maximilien Robespierre and the radical Jacobins, thousands were sent to the guillotine in a campaign of purging perceived enemies of the revolution. This period, marked by paranoia and ruthless violence, showed the darker side of the revolution. However, the Reign of Terror couldn't last forever. Robespierre himself was executed in July of 1794, bringing an end to this bloody chapter. The revolution, though, was far from over. The power vacuum left by Robespierre's death paved the way for a young and ambitious general, Napoleon Bonaparte. By November of 1799, Napoleon had seized power, establishing a new era of French history known as the Napoleonic era. From here, France would experience a series of reforms under Napoleon's rule, transforming the nation and leaving a lasting imprint on Europe and the world. These events, steeped in blood, ideals, and turmoil, marked the narrative of the French Revolution. The French Revolution was a stage where many characters played their parts, some with virtue, others with infamy. Let's meet some of the key figures who played pivotal roles in the revolution. First, there's King Louis XVI. He was the monarch when the revolution began. His inability to effectively address the financial crisis and his resistance to reform made him a target of the revolutionaries. Despite his efforts to escape and later negotiate a constitutional monarchy, he was eventually executed, marking the end of more than 1,000 years of continuous monarchy in France. Then we have Marie Antoinette, the Queen. Known for her lavish lifestyle in a time of economic hardship, she became a symbol of the excesses of the monarchy. Her famous quote, "Let them eat cake," though likely apocryphal, perfectly encapsulates the out-of-touch monarchy. Like her husband, she met her end at the guillotine. Moving on to Maximilien Robespierre, a lawyer and politician who became one of the most influential figures of the revolution. He was instrumental in the establishment of the First French Republic and was a driving force behind the Reign of Terror, a period of fear and mass executions for enemies of the revolution. But as the saying goes, live by the sword, die by the sword. Robespierre himself was guillotined without trial. Lastly, we have Georges Danton, a leading figure in the early stages of the revolution. Known for his oratory skills, he was a pragmatist who tried to balance the demands of the revolution with the need for political stability. However, his efforts to moderate the Reign of Terror put him at odds with Robespierre, leading to his execution. These are just a few of the key figures who shaped the course of the French Revolution. Each played their part in this dramatic period of history, driving the revolution forward with their actions, decisions, and in many cases, their deaths. These figures, for better or worse, left indelible marks on the canvas of the French Revolution. The echoes of the French Revolution resonate even today, shaping societies and ideologies. The revolution, which began in 1789, not only altered the course of French history, but also left an indelible imprint on the world. In the immediate aftermath, France underwent dramatic changes. The monarchy was abolished, and the country became a republic. The Reign of Terror, which saw the execution of thousands, including King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette, sent a chilling message to monarchies around the globe. The people had the power to topple the throne. The revolution also sparked a wave of radical political and social change across Europe. It led to the rise and spread of nationalism, inspiring other nations to fight for their sovereignty. The French Revolutionary Wars and the Napoleonic Wars that followed further reshaped the continent's political landscape. On a more enduring scale, the revolution birthed the concepts of liberty, equality, and fraternity, ideals that continue to guide democratic societies today. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen became a cornerstone of human rights, influencing the formation of constitutions and legal systems around the world. Moreover, the revolution was a catalyst for the rise of modern political ideologies. It inspired the development of liberalism, radicalism, and even the early stages of socialism. It gave birth to the notion that the people could and should shape their own destiny. However, the revolution wasn't without its dark side. It demonstrated the potential for violence and chaos that could ensue when society is uprooted. The Reign of Terror and the subsequent rise of Napoleon Bonaparte, a military dictator, served as a stark reminder of the potential pitfalls of radical change. And yet, despite its tumultuous nature, the French Revolution's legacy is largely positive. It serves as a symbol of the people's power to challenge and change their circumstances. The French Revolution, a beacon of change, continues to illuminate the path of revolutions and political thought. Our journey through the French Revolution brings us to reflect on its profound significance. We've explored the complex web of causes, from social inequality to financial crises, and the enlightening ideas that fueled the fires of change. We've traced the timeline of tumultuous events, from the Estates General to the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. We've met key figures like King Louis XVI, Marie Antoinette, and Maximilien Robespierre, who played crucial roles in this historical drama. We've also delved into the ideological underpinnings of the revolution, such as liberty, equality, and fraternity. Lastly, we reflected on the revolution's lasting impact, which reverberated across France and beyond, shaping modern political ideologies and influencing subsequent revolutions. The French Revolution, a pivotal moment in history, continues to resonate in our world today. Thank you for joining Life Bonanza on this historical journey. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.